It is a beautiful morning in western Nebraska.
One of the things that I really like about living here is that generally when you're driving down the street and you wave, most people will wave back, and I just find it pleasant. I don't always remember to wave, but I do try.
I'm back home for lunch, and I just realized that this is like day 6 or something of me doing these vlogs, and I don't think I've shown the dogs on any of the vlogs yet, so you're gonna get to see them. Hey boys, hey, where you going? Where you going? You think we need to go out in the front yard, huh? That's Leo. That's Griffin. Let him pee. Leo loves the grass. Griffin is like 6.5, I think. And Leo is like 10 or something like that. He's an old man. Huh? Aren't you an old man? Leo. Hi. Hi. He does not act old at all. Leo, come here. Come here. Oh, you want to play? You want to play? Hi. Hi. Leo. Hey. Hey. You little savage. These are cat toys. These are cat toys that squeak, but he loves them. Go get it. That's where he hangs out in my studio when I'm working. He likes it. Hey bud, you're a good dog. This right here is my baby. That's my Ibanez AZ. I love guitars, and that guitar is my pride and joy. This is one thing I'm looking forward to about being in the studio. I use this room for a lot. I use it to edit, I use it to stream, and so I have this hanging green screen that I made here so that I could pull it down and have a green screen when I want it. But it's somewhat out of the way. Not really, but kind of. I just fastened it to the ceiling using this homemade rig complete with zip ties. So I'm looking forward to getting all this stuff into my studio and making it more functional and just kind of less smashed in here. It turns out to be a good thing I didn't get too far into editing vlogs because my power just went out. The power is now back on. So it's later than it was when I was going to start editing. I don't have as much time, but I can still get some done before I need to leave for my appointment. My time is up. I've done all the editing I can do in that short window of time I had. It's time for me to leave for my appointment in Torrington. For those of you who don't know, who maybe aren't watching and don't know the area in which I live, obviously I live in the country. And for those of you who might be new and might not know this stuff, in future vlogs, I'll try to show more of the area in which I live because I think it's really cool. But this is what's next to my house. I have neighbors on other sides. We're at the end of this sort of cul-de-sac here at the end of our street. But this is the view to the right of my house. And I like that a lot because I grew up in the country. My family lived on an old farm property. Being this close to the edge of town makes me feel not so maybe claustrophobic because at the end of the day I'm still a country kid at heart. But anyway, my appointment is in Torrington, which is like 45 minutes away across the border in Wyoming. I realized that going that far just in the afternoon for an appointment might seem crazy to some of you, but the thing that you gotta realize is I grew up in... There's a fly in here. Get out. Get out. Ugh. How come when there's a fly trapped in your car and you open the door for it to the wide world where it can escape, all it wants to do is try to fly back in your car? Did I get it? I hate flies. Where was I? So the thing you gotta understand is I grew up about 3 hours from here, really. It's a part of the world that's rural,
Where I grew up, you had to drive 45 minutes to get to Walmart, the library, Blockbuster, those kinds of places. So for me, any distance within basically an hour doesn't feel that far away. And I think a lot of people around here would kind of share that sentiment. And probably with further distances. Out here, there's not a lot that is close together. The Scottsbluff Gearing area where I live, it's kind of the hub of the Panhandle. There are a lot of smaller towns around, but the next closest bigger cities are like Chadron to the north, Cheyenne to the southwest, Sydney to the southeast, and those are all 2-ish hours away. What I'm saying is out here, things are really far apart, and so we just get used to traveling long distances to get to anywhere significant.